Welcome, you guys, and thank you for joining us again. Anyway, Connor's being a weirdo over here while I am trying to do this. So, I got this knife organizer for those brand new knives that have just kind of been floating on my counters for a while. Connor's dancing at the end of my bed right now. Anyway, and so I want to put it in this drawer, but I need to clean it out. I need to get it taken care of in general, and this wipe did not work worth a poop, and so I ended up having to scrub it in the sink with a little bit of water, and then I'm going to get it in, and then I quickly figured out that once you put the knives on there, that knife organizer does not work anymore. As you can see, I have a supervisor. I got the stool for me, but Pooh decided he needed to sit there instead. So I'm going to try to move some stuff around and see how I can organize it completely. Xander! I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking and trying to figure out what works best, what works for me, and I'm hollering for Connor so he can give me some help and help me move some stuff around because I think I have an idea. Okay, so I'm having Connor give me the stuff from the drawer that's to my back, and it's just the power cords to my appliances that are in the kitchen, and some Velcro, which doesn't need to be in that drawer anyway. And so I'm going to put my Copper Chef grill plates in here. New angle, new job! So I'm going to vacuum, if I remember. I think there were a couple...
Excuse me.
I didn't remember to do, but I'm going to vacuum them out and get them cleaned up. So here I'm getting the brand new knives in, and then you will see that this quickly goes from organizing the brand new knives to completely deciding what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. So the pile I have in front of me, for the most part, I am not keeping. I kept that blue handled one, and there was one other one, but for the most part, I didn't want to keep these knives anymore. I get into this little situation where there are 2 or 3 knives that I love, and I will only use them, so I don't see why I need to keep all of the other ones. I'm going through stuff, and I had cleaned out the other one, and I just dropped in a meat tenderizer after telling my mother-in-law I didn't own one, and it has sat in there for so long that I forgot about it. So I'm also going through the other stuff and trying to do away with the other drawer. I'm doing this weird touch everything and decide what I want. I am putting it down in this drawer if I'm thinking about keeping it. Anything that is going that I don't want necessarily is going in front of me on the counter, and then I will pull it off and decide once again, but I'm going to touch everything and decide. So I have filled the sink with some bleach water because some of the stuff is dirty. And you can see I am piling knives in here right now. I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these, and I'm just going to put them in the drawer because I want that rolly cart gone also. So I am trying to do away with multiple things at once. Okay, so now I have moved the stuff that I'm keeping and it's in front of me, and I need to work on the other drawer. I need to decide in that drawer what I'm going to keep. And as you can see, it is awful. It is quite a cluttered mess, and there was things in there that didn't belong in there, and there were things in there that I just did not need. Realistically, who needs 12 million knives? Who needs 4 potato peelers? I literally, nope, I had 5 of them. So Mom is standing here and she's helping me. She probably did not think she was helping me, but she was, because I was running this process through with her and I was basically talking at her, and she was helping me make some of these decisions. If not, most of the time I was just talking and then going, never mind, I don't want it. Okay, so again, I am going to touch them all again and see how many I have of each item. Do I really need a spoon, a slotted spoon? And then I think I had 2 of each one. Well, I really don't need, and this one I was just making fun of because I don't really understand what it was for. But do I need a spatula that's slotted? Do I need 2 that are slotted and 2 that aren't? And so I'm going through everything. The only thing I think I own that I only had one of was a pasta fork. Then I almost kicked myself because I realized in the midst of this, I still have bamboo. So, and I really do like my bamboo. So at this point, we're talking about putting them in these jars. I have 2 that were from World Market, as you guys will see towards the end. And then I just got a Reed Drummond glass container. I only paid $1 for it. So we use that, and I have a Mason cookie jar looking one. We're not putting cookies in it, so we decided to use those. Here are these 2 so far. This is our where we are assessing the situation, where we're talking things over. I want to get a couple mason jars. Then it started to click that I don't need to go get these. I can't think of what they're really called, like crocks, because I have a couple. now that we have an idea, because I tried to put the spatulas and stuff into a drawer, I don't like the way it looks. To me, it looks messy. I'd rather have them on the counter. But the issue about having them on the counter is they're gonna take up a lot of room with the 2 dish strainers. Well, in all honesty, we've been doing this situation where I cook and Mom and Lex will do the dishes and Connor puts up the dishes. So in the middle of this, I decided we're gonna see if we can do it without dish strainers on the counter. I already have been kind of taking out the dollar store bins and not using them as much, like that shelf that's behind that back door back there. And so we're talking about putting some in here to kind of keep some of the stuff organized. I have some wine items like corks, like reusable corks, tea baskets. I'm not sure that's what they're called, but it looks like a guy who has pants and he's hanging off your teacup. Stuff like that. So I want to keep those all grouped together and not just having them roll around. Now we're working on that top drawer, and Mom didn't think I could get that back drawer to the right of the sink completely cleaned out, and so I had to do it out of principle, and I do. That drawer is completely empty right now. I have now gone down to very few knives. I have 3 steak knives. I'm not really into having a bunch of steak knives either. Usually when we have steak or chicken or anything, we have IKEA butter knives that could cut through leather, I'm pretty sure of it. So, but normally I cut the meat, and we have butter knives that cut really good. They literally do cut like butter knives, and now I wish I had gotten rid of the other ones. I have 3 actual steak knives right now. I did end up keeping my Green Life knives. I'm loving them. They're sitting in their sleeves in that drawer. So, here's the most difficult drawer of them all. in the rolly cart, we had a drawer that was completely dedicated to straws. We have plastic straws, the ones that Mom has in the drawer right now. The striped ones are from the Mason jar series. There are those that my husband insisted having from 7-Eleven, the big fat ones, and the metal ones. And Mom just put in the bamboo ones, which I desperately hate. I got them from Grove. There's something about the texture that I did not care for, so those went into the things that I wasn't going to keep. We ended up keeping the straws that actually go to our jar, our drink cups in the on the back porch, and then we had plastic ones which I laughed hysterically because Mom went to go swing them around and the bag was open on both ends. So I am calling Joni to see if she wants this stuff really quick and let her know that they're here. As you can see, I got everything done, and I even went as far as having it taken to the front porch, so it was no longer taking up room in my house. You just need another person in there to push you to make executive decisions, and Mom was great for that in this situation. And half the time I got onto a roll where I just went, yeah, I don't really need it. And there were a couple times Mom's like, are you sure? And I was like, nah, I'm sure, don't even question it. As you can see, Anthony's home, and I'm kind of just showing him around. I moved a couple extra things. I just didn't like the way they were sitting. And we're going through each cabinet. I asked him what he thought of it. He asked me if it was usable for me and how I liked it, if I thought it would be helpful, and I have cooked since then, and I'm not struggling to find anything. Everything is pretty near me. So, Mom's bringing in the Crocs, and I'm going to put them up. I thought they turned out really nice. If I remember, I will actually show on a vlog what the end products look like. Thank you guys for joining us again on this little clean haul, and this time I just, ran my mouth the entire time. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, give a friendly like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.